to a week of workouts where I'm gonna take you through a 3-day beginner-friendly gym workout. If you're just starting out your fitness journey, or you have started your fitness journey already and you're just lacking some consistency or a solid base foundation, then stay tuned because this is for you. Day 1 is an upper body focus day, so let's get started with warming up your muscles and joints. We want to focus on getting your shoulders and rotator cuffs prepped and ready for movement. We're starting with a banded shoulder stretch sequence. You can see here the series of movements I'm doing with the resistance band, going up and behind my back, also doing some behind the back stretches. And then also here we're doing some quadruped rotations. You do 2 sets of 10 each side. It's great for your upper back and shoulder health. And then once we're done with these thoracic rotations, we then go into some arm circles, 10 frontwards and 10 backwards. For each exercise, we're performing them for 2 sets of 10 reps. Now we're first starting with alternating dumbbell shoulder presses. One thing to keep note across all exercise movements is to engage your core while performing any exercise. This will keep your trunk stable and protect your lower back as well. 3 coaching cues to keep in mind when doing these shoulder presses: engage your core, don't lean back or arch your back, bring elbows slightly inwards at around a 45-degree angle. Also, extend through your elbows until the weights are above your head and then bring back down. You perform this for 3 sets of 8. For lateral raises, work with light dumbbells. Raise your arms away from your body with your elbows slightly bent and arms not strictly in a straight line. It's slightly in front of your chest to protect your rotator cuffs. Your arms only really need to go parallel to your shoulders. As you can see, mine here are going slightly higher, but just keep that in mind. Always grab a weight that you feel comfortable pumping out 6 to 8 reps in. It should be moderately challenging, but not to the point where in the last 2 reps you're really struggling using your whole entire body to perform the rep. All right, we got triceps push downs. These primarily target the triceps. When you start these, have a slight forward lean, knees slightly bent. When you perform the push down, have your elbows in and press your hands down, trying to keep the path of the cable going straight down to target your triceps. Make sure you fully extend your elbows as well, and be sure to keep your core engaged throughout the workout. You might get tired of me saying keep your core engaged, but it's just so crucial and really important in order to keep your trunk and your back protected. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. Thank you, Jesus. Bent over rows. These are one of my favorite exercises. When performing the bent over row, maintain tension in your lats, scapula, and your shoulders. As you row, work on bringing your elbows up, keeping them close to your body until the weight touches your stomach area. Make sure you're still keeping tension in your core as you're performing the movement. It's really easy to want to swing a lot or let your back arch during this movement, so make sure to keep your core engaged throughout. I literally look like a boy right now. Hi. Hi. And to finish off the day, we are ending with push-ups. Start with your arms shoulder width apart as if you're in a plank position, and then your body should be a straight line from your knees all the way up to your shoulders. So when you lower yourself, make sure you engage your core, your lats, and your glutes. So squeeze those booty cheeks. And make sure your body moves in one motion. When you push up from the ground, you keep your core engaged, drive through your hands, and contract your chest muscles. Welcome back. This is day 2 of the 3-day beginner workout split. It's a lower body day today, dumbbell only or body weights. Let's get into it. I also have the Olympics on in the background. 'Tis the season. We're starting with world's greatest stretch, which really truly is the world's greatest stretch. Have one foot, I have my left foot out in front of me, and basically here you can either be on your knee or extend that back foot. You're trying to reach down as much as you can, and then a thoracic rotation to the top. You don't have to go all the way back here, really to a point where your arm is in line with your ear, like that. And then you can do a twist back down, and then come back up. Do this 8 reps each side. In this case, it's the right leg forward. I'm also using my right hand to perform the rotation. Ooh, girl. Oh yeah, I feel it already. Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot. Oh, it's hot. We got ankle circles, 10 clockwise, 10 anti-clockwise. You can hold on to a bar, a pole, a wall if you need to. And then here we're just really focusing in on the ankle, going the full 360, all the way up, all the way around. Other things I like to do during a lower body warm-up is just some leg swings. Like this, go in and out. First things first, lateral lunges. With the lateral lunge, you have your feet shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna take a big step laterally. You wanna land with your forefoot first, then your heels. Let your knees bend, sink back to your hips. Make sure you have a good anchor, and then once you're in this position, you push off. Your prime movers here are your quads and your glutes. The next one we're doing are the forward lunge. We have a quad focus here. So when you do the forward lunge, feet shoulder width apart still, and then you're just performing a lunge forward, and then both knees at the bottom will remain at a 90-degree angle. Both legs should be 90 degrees. You are pushing off with your feet, your front foot that is performing the lunge. Push off, come back. Leg days, I'm not gonna lie, are my least favorite days, just because I much prefer upper body, and also I've had recurring injuries, my legs, my knees, my hips. Woo. But we're still finna push through because we're trying to get these big juicy thighs, boy. Not only that, I wanna remain functional for the coming years of my life. Start with your hips shoulder width apart and a slight bend in your knee. Hold the dumbbells in front of you, keeping them close as if you're shaving your legs with the dumbbells. Engage your core and squeeze your shoulder blades. As you lower the weight, maintain a neutral spine and focus on the hip hinge. So pushing your hips back and pushing your butt out like you're trying to touch the wall. At the bottom position, the dumbbell should be below the knee or until you feel the stretch in your hamstrings. And then as you go back up, squeeze your glutes and drive your hips back up, making sure you're not recruiting your low back muscles. We have the goblet squat next. I recommend this for beginners because this is an alternative to a barbell squat. So if you're not yet comfortable or familiar with the barbell, you can definitely do a goblet squat. So again, feet shoulder width apart, your core tight. You want to keep your chest up, and your prime movers in this movement are your quads and your glutes. I actually keep my legs slightly wider than shoulder width just because I have a long femur. So it takes a lot for me to like go down. But here we go. 1. When you hit the bottom, you want to be parallel to the floor or your hip joints just below your knee joints. Heck yeah. All right, now we've got the single leg step up. You can start with no dumbbells, so just straight up body weight, or you can choose to do like 10s or 20s on each side. The main goal here, again, throughout this whole 3-day beginner workout split, we're focusing on the quality of the reps and quality of the movement. Don't use your back leg to push off, because then that defeats the purpose of the single leg work and allowing this main leg to perform the movement. When you step up, keep the foot that's on the box or the step firmly planted, using your quad and glute muscles of that leg to really drive your body up. Also keep your torso tall and core engaged throughout the whole movement. It's really easy to want to use that back foot as a spring to help you step up and get that momentum. So focus on really getting that planted leg to drive yourself up. This is the final workout split of the 3-day beginners workout training split. If you've made it this far, props to you and thank you for following along and sticking around. Today is a full body session, so we'll start with a full body circuit, following a core circuit, and then if you have time, also finishing it up with some cardio, either on a treadmill or a bike, or you can go for a walk outside, but let's get it started. All right, to warm up first, we are starting with foam rolling. This is the 3rd and final day of the workout split. So around this time, your muscles are probably getting a little sore, getting a little tight and tired. So Definitely foam rolling would allow them to loosen up, get rid of some of that soreness and tension before the workout. I really just go with the flow and listen to my body when it comes to foam rolling. The areas that are typically tight for me are my quads and my hamstrings and also my calf muscles. Oh my Lord. This warm-up consists of different movements that will get my joints prepped and primed for the full body circuit. I typically do 2 sets of 10 reps for each movement. I start with the greatest stretch in the world, which feels so nice, and then do the cat-cow, which is a really good spinal stretch. I do some arm circles, both clockwise and anti-clockwise, and also finish up with a kneeling hip flexor stretch with a rotation. For any warm-up, it's really important to keep in mind that you're not just doing these movements just to do them. The main purpose is to warm up the muscles and joints that you know you're going to be using during the actual workout. We have 4 movements: squat to shoulder press, into goblet squat, into push-up, into single leg step up. Once we do that, we're gonna do a couple minutes of rest and then go right into the core circuit. We do that for 3 rounds. Let's get into it. I am major tripping for trying to work out with my ring girlfriend. Squat, come back up, hammer curl, palms facing out, shoulder press up. Come back down. 1, 2, 3. 8. All right, done. Whew, girlfriend, I'm tired. If you need to take rest in between the movements, you definitely can. I recommend minimal rest as possible because we are trying to also get our heart rate going. This is also a form of cardio because we're doing it circuit style, more high intensity than the last 2 days. Goblet squats for 10. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now, once goblet squats are done, we go right into the push-ups. Gotta move this. Push-ups, baby. All right, 10 push-ups done. Praise the Lord. God bless. Now we get right into single leg step up, and then that is round 1 complete. 2, as you step up, make sure your knees are in line with your second and third toes. They are not being pointed out or not caving in. 8. Nice. Go team. Now you've completed 1 full round of the full body circuit. You just do that 2 more times for a total of 3 rounds. Once we're done with the full body circuit, we go right into the core circuit. If you've made it this far, now you're at the core circuit stage. 3 movements, 3 rounds, then you're done. You can move on with the rest of your life, or you can choose to do some cardio for 15 to 20 minutes, treadmill or cycling. We're going to do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off each time. If you don't feel super confident in doing a 30-second plank, drop down to 25 seconds, drop down to 20 seconds. Once that confidence is built in 20 seconds, then that's just gonna give you more license to be like, okay, let me just try pushing for 25 seconds. Let me push for 30 seconds, so on and so forth. You just gotta start where you are. Don't focus on what other people can do, what I can do. Focus on you, what you think is achievable right now, because once you hit and crush those achievable goals, then that just gives you more confidence to really challenge yourself and push for more in the future. Now, when you're performing the plank, make sure your butt is not up, your back is not concaved in. Really have a neutral spine. So pretty much your spine is parallel to the ground. In order to achieve that, you gotta have to keep your core tight throughout. You can keep your legs further out for your stability. All right. Timer. Now I'm going to do 20 seconds off. 30 seconds plank dips. If you're new to plank dips, I would say don't focus on having your hips really touch the ground. You want to keep a constant tension in your abs, your obliques all throughout. So when you touch the ground, you're actually releasing your abs of that tension. All right, let's get ready for the dead bug. I used to struggle a lot with the coordination of this exercise. Pretty much you start as if you're literally a dead bug. So act as if your left arm and your left leg is on a pulley together. Wherever your left leg goes, your left arm follows. Now your opposite arm, in this case will be the right arm, is doing the opposite of your left leg and left arm. So if my left leg is extending, my right arm is going back and extending as well. So wherever your left leg goes, your left arm follows. Just like that. It might take some time to actually get the coordination or the rhythm down on this, but once you do, this exercise will do you wonders because it really focuses on the local core muscles, you know, the ones that you don't necessarily see, but you definitely need to stabilize your trunk, like your pelvic floor muscles. Okay, oh, I didn't set my timer. LOL at my life. I didn't set a timer. So that was one round of the core circuit. Feel free to give yourself 1 to 3 minutes of rest, and then you start that all over again for 2 more rounds for a total of 3 rounds. After the core circuit, you can be like, that's it, I'm done, I'm ready to go home, I'm ready to enjoy my weekend, whatever it is. Or we can hop on the bike or a treadmill and do a little cool down cycle, cool down walk for 15 to 20 minutes. Up to you. The Lord gave us free will for a reason. The choice is yours, but now we're done. I really just like putting it at like a resistance level of 3 or 4 where I can still talk regularly, especially for a cool down. Honestly, right now I'm kind of out of breath. I'm really trying my hardest not to show it. That was the 3-day beginner work split. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this. Oh my gosh, I'm out of breath. Thank you guys so much. If you've reached the end of the video, you lot are a real one. You're the real MVP for watching till the end. I hope you guys liked it. So let me get back into this.